Just press that button and get started without thinking about what you're going to say. And sometimes that gets you in trouble because you find that you have no idea what to say. Let's start with saying we're coming up on Christmas. That today is, I got to check the date, the 22nd, 2023, um, just about 1:15. We are 3 days away from Christmas. We are one day removed from winter solstice. That means today has just a fraction more light than yesterday. The sun's going to be out just a little bit longer in both directions. So the sunrise will come earlier and the sunset as well. That's good news for, well, it's good news for me personally. It's good news for everyone. I think we do better. Well, here's the thing. I was about to say I think we do better in the light. We do better in the warm weather. Not that it's much warmer, not that it's going to get much warmer for the next few months, but this is the direction that we're heading. But I don't know if that's necessarily true that we do better. I mean, physically, I certainly feel better in warmth and in the light. But I think the metaphor is we're all in the light, always. And there is no escaping the fact that sometimes our days are filled with a little more darkness than we would like. Sometimes for quite some time. I've been there. I feel like I don't want to say that I'm in that dark night of the soul, but it's a pretty dark night overall right now. Some physical issues that I'm not used to. My back is hurting in a way it hasn't hurt since I very first injured it in 1990. And I don't know why. And everything that I used to do that would set it up in less than a day, I'm back to doing what I love to do. Doesn't quite seem to be working. As well as I talked about some of the financial pressure that I suddenly found myself in after working hard to make sure I was in a comfortable spot. You know, sometimes things happen with family. You got to take care of the people that you're supposed to take care of. And it puts you in a bad spot, but you still got to do what you got to do. And, you know, just all of that weighing heavy. And the holiday seasons bring me down a bit, regardless. And then, you know, again, the colder days, the less light, and it affects that low level of depression that is usually present, but I'm able to deal with. It just makes it a little harder to deal with. But here's the thing, guys. It's almost like I'm not dealing with any longer. That I'm witness to it, which isn't bad, which isn't good. It's neither. It's just when you're at that witness state, there's non-judgment. We're beyond that score of good and bad and indifference. Everything is just held with a certain tenderness. We allow things to come in. We allow things to go. There's no longer that hoarding. There's no longer that clinging to, I need to feel this way. I want to feel this way. We just, to quote the dude, we just abide. You sort of always think that if I ever have this awakening moment, that's going to be it. Life is going to be oh so good. I'm woken up. It is the end of my suffering, the end of my sorrow. Everything's going to magically happen for me. Mystical and magical ways. But the truth is, when you have these an awakening experience, what you learn to do is just hold everything lightly. And it is, I would say, learning, more of a knowing, maybe. I was reading actually earlier today um, that knowingness existing on its own between thoughts, between words. If you just have words themselves without space, they make absolutely no sense at all. It's the space between each word, it's the space between each letter that actually provided the opportunity to have meaning. And yet, it's going into that pause, going into that space between the gap that we come to know. We come to knowing itself. Or I should say, maybe we come to knowingness itself. And that's the role of meditation, that's the role of breath work, it's the role of yoga. And that's what happens with any sense of awakening, is you cultivate that silence, cultivate the witness. Sometimes we talk about the witness as if it's this presence itself, separate. But really, in the end, the concept of a witness disappears, and there is just witnessing. There is no witness, there is just witnessing. And that seems to be largely, even with the heaviness, even with the backache, even with all the other stuff going on, there is just witnessing. We'll see how it works out. I have no idea. That's the gift of living in mystery. Doesn't mean there isn't fear, doesn't mean there isn't concern, but all that is held as well. All that is within the witnessing itself. So, guys, we're going to keep this nice and short today. Not even 8 minutes, maybe 8 minutes. Sometimes I have a hard time saying goodbye, cut, end the video, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I appreciate, pardon me, the support and the care. The YouTube community, the fitness community, the burpee community has been pretty surprisingly supportive. When I say surprisingly, it's only because I was warned by quite a few people that once you start establishing any kind of a YouTube presence, it doesn't even have to be a big presence, any kind, just a little bit, you will get hit and hit hard by a lot of brutal people coming after you for no reason outside of having a target. And I certainly probably provide a pretty easy target, which is fine, absolutely fine. However, it has been overwhelmingly the opposite. Yeah, got some trolls show up from time to time, and that's absolutely fine. Some of the trolls have actually stayed and ended up subscribing and being friends when they show up. But overall, I found nothing but support, nothing but care, nothing but friendship. So I appreciate that, guys, quite a bit. And see that? I knew I wouldn't just say goodbye. We're now 9 minutes in. This time I will say goodbye. I will see everyone later today. I'm going to do some more shorts. I'll put some stuff out. And I appreciate people watching them and supporting them. So thanks a lot. I will see you guys later. Take care.